Hey guys, it's Wendy here with Wendy's Plans, and today we are going to be talking about functional planning. And when I on the last part two, our goal this week was, or for me, was to look at the areas that I had determined for cleaning. Let me go back. So we had looked at the process for the list, and I went in and started cleaning and timing how long it took. So when I first started, I was like, I was gonna test how long or time how long it took to clean the sink, and how long that was just slowing me down. I just could not get in the rhythm of cleaning. So I waited, and then I started again. And what I decided to do was time the whole weekly cleaning process. And in that weekly cleaning process, I also did my daily processes. So that's the way I broke everything down and did the times for my areas. So the next thing I thought about too was that um, when I was interrupted by a phone call, I didn't stop the timer. I just let it run. I had someone come to the door, bring me my groceries. I just let the time run, brought those in, put those away because I felt like that's going to be normal everyday things. I'm not going to not answer the door or not answer the phone, or if that happened during my regular cleaning. So I just let the timer run. So some of these times may seem a little longer than what you would anticipate. Sometimes you just have to go to the bathroom or you have to get something to drink, or you know anyway, there are things that happen. So I'm going to tell you what my times were. So for the kitchen, um, not realizing that I had gone from daily, weekly, and started doing some monthly things, because you know how it is when you see something as you're cleaning, you're just like, let me just go ahead and do that. So for the kitchen, I actually did three things that was on my monthly list. So for my kitchen, it took 53 minutes, 34 seconds. So we're just going to say 53 minutes. Then my living room took 9 minutes, 58 seconds. So we're going to say 10. My bathroom took 26 minutes and 1 second. So we'll leave it at 26. My closet took 8 minutes, 56 seconds. So we're going to say 9. My bedroom slash office took me 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, what did I learn from all of this? That the most that I spent was on my kitchen, but for me, that is to be expected, because when I did my kitchen, I unloaded the dishwasher, put things away. I loaded the dishwasher back up. As I was cleaning out the fridge, it was putting the trash out, cleaning the counters, cleaning the microwave, cleaning the countertops, cleaning the stove. All of these things are very high energy cleaning areas. I also ran the cleaner through my dishwasher. Things like this that take a little bit longer than just going in there and neating things up. So I was already also interrupted during my kitchen, but we're going to leave it at that. So, I will say I didn't go in with the idea that I needed to really push myself. I went in as just normal regular cleaning, as I normally would do, not as if I'm being timed for something. When you're timed, you kind of force yourself to go a little bit faster. But I wanted to do just a typical whatever. So what I found was if I do my kitchen and my living room, we're looking at a little over an hour and 2 minutes, which is fine. That's perfectly fine because I was anticipating blocking off 2 hours a day. So let me write these down because I did not. Here's my pen. I was like, what did I do with my pen? So these two together are going to be, let's see. So that is going to be 63 minutes. Then I did my bathroom and my closet. Guys, we're talking 36 minutes. We're just rounding off. And then my bedroom was 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we're just going to do 1 hour. So this is my thing that I'm asking myself is, why am I pushing off doing my cleaning? So I sat and I thought about that for a little bit. And I'm going to tell you what I kind of think it is. And I don't know for sure. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know these things. But this is Wendy critiquing herself. If I put something down at, let's see, order groceries 12:30. I'm going to order my groceries at 12:30. I do that. If I say I am going to clean my bathroom and my closet at 2 o'clock, I do that. And I think it's the mentality that I don't want to cross something out on my planner because I want it to look nice. So I don't know if it is a mental trick that I am doing. I have stayed on track all week. Let's go ahead and do this because I'm filming this video right now. So let me do that. And I will say I went ahead and did my photo early today because I knew they were calling for rain. So I did move that up. So I really did that around the 10 o'clock hour. I have followed my plan all week. And I think for me, functional planning is commit to what I'm doing, plan it out, and be done. Now, I even wrote a note down here that says, when distracted by getting water, going to the bathroom, answering the door or the phone, I didn't stop the timer. That's real life and will happen again. I also believe by doing a daily tidy up, the time will be less. However, based on the times above, it would be a fair schedule rolling up to the 30-minute or hour. Okay, I was like, Wendy, what did you mean by that? So what I meant by that is, instead of saying it took 26 minutes, it took 30 minutes. 8 minutes, let's just count that as 15 minutes. So roll it up to like a quarter hour, that. And so then it's put down here that next step is to trial the schedule for 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks plus the week I've already done, that's a month. And I feel like that is going to be realistic for me. Now, what I am saying is each person is going to be different. You know what motivates you. You know the length of time it takes you to do your house. The length of time for your house may be more than mine. You have to look at all the variables. I'm in a 1,000 square foot apartment. It's a little bit less than 1,000, but it's 9 something. My house is on the smaller side. So obviously it's not going to take me as long. I'm the only person living in my house. I'm not cleaning up behind children. I'm not cleaning up behind a spouse. I'm not cleaning up behind a parent. It's just me. And I typically will put away stuff. I wash my clothes, fold them, they go up all within that time frame. So it may be different for you. You may be doing laundry for a family of four. Well, that's going to take longer. So by no means is this how each person should do it. But I think if you sit down and kind of time yourself like I did, it will bring it back into perspective of how long it takes to do that thing. And I will procrastinate. So what I realized was by saying I'm going to put laundry on at, I can't even read the time, guys, at 10 o'clock, I put my laundry on because that's what my planner told me to do. I know I told the planner what I was going to do, but that's what I'm saying. For me, that is my motivation, is that my planner is telling me that's what I need to do. So then I thought, well, then I really don't need to plan cleaning all week. Instead of saying kitchen on Monday, living room on Tuesday, bathroom Wednesday, closet Thursday, bedroom Friday, like the most time I spent was when I did my bedroom and the office. Now, I'm going to step back and say it took me a lot longer to do the office area because I had filmed and for a couple of weeks and just pushed everything to the side because I didn't want to deal with it. But if I'm doing my tidy up, which means I put my stickers away as I work, then that's going to cut down on the time that it's going to take me to do the office and the bedroom. My daily tidy up, I do, it's not something that has to be done at night. So my daily tidy up is when I get up out of bed, I make my bed. Any trash that I had from the night before, I'm really bad for putting it on my nightstand. I clean that off my nightstand. I pick up anything. If I wear socks to bed, they're going to come off during the night. I will kick them off. They're going to be laying on the floor. I'm going to pick those up and put them in the dirty clothes. So my daily tidy up was done first thing in the morning. I don't need to make my bed again before I go to bed because I'm getting in my bed. So these are the kind of things that I was thinking about as I was doing my timing. So if I look at, for example, my kitchen, okay, so my daily tidy up is to clean my sink, clean my counters, sweep the floor, load the dishwasher, and unload the dishwasher. So, first thing when I get up, I make my coffee, I take my medicine, I tidy up my kitchen. Then I go and I pour my cup of coffee. So while I'm drinking my coffee, this is my thought process is I can go ahead and empty my dishwasher. And as I'm going during the day, my dishes will go in my dishwasher. So I've done that and I didn't even really spend that much time doing it. It was when I was drinking my coffee. Another thing is sweep the floors. Before I put out my trash, I should sweep my floors. Put that trash in there before I put it out. And I will put my trash out 3 times a week. Well, that's just going ahead and doing it while I'm doing my trash. But every night before I go to bed, I go in, I clean my sink, and I wash my counters. So really, the other stuff can be done during the day. It doesn't have to be saved till nighttime, is what I'm trying to say. So even though you have a daily process, if today is kitchen day and living room day, I'm going to clean my kitchen. I very seldom use my living room. I don't watch TV. Sometimes I'll go in there and sit with my computer or my iPad, and I'll watch YouTube. So when I leave that room, I just put everything away. So my tidy up is really done for me because I'm just doing it anyway. However, part of my daily tidy up for the living room is sweep the floor, plump the cushions on the couch, and plump the pillows in the chair. Well, if I really, honestly, if I do that today, probably don't need to plump them tomorrow. They can probably go a day or so. But that's what I'm trying to say is if I get in the habit that I just do these things during the day when I walk through there you go. That's half the battle. And if I'm doing my floor in my living room, if I'm vacuuming my rug, I'm not going to vacuum every day. But if I vacuum my floor today, let's say today I'm doing my weekly clean and that means I'm going to vacuum. Well, when I vacuum, I'm just going to go over the whole floor and that's counting sweeping. So you can combine tasks, is what I'm getting at, and do your daily as you're doing your weekly. And then during the week, it's going to be less for you to do on a daily tidy up. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. And I just made that very difficult to understand. So this is um this is kind of what I thought I would do as far as scheduling because I wrote that down too. Okay. So I feel like the division of the days should be Tuesday, do the kitchen and the living room. Wednesday, the bathroom and the closet. Thursday, the bedroom and the office. Now, this was my thought process for this is that I can do my cleaning an hour on Wednesday and I've got my kitchen, I'm sorry, on Tuesday, and I've got my kitchen and my living room done. Wednesday, I can do my bath and closet. That's going to take care of my laundry too. Um, and I'm spending less than an hour. Thursday, I'm doing my bedroom and my office, and I'm spending an hour. So, an hour each day, and then do my little bit of tidy up during the day. I'm just tidying up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then I'm cleaning on the other days. So, that in my mind means I need to stop procrastinating. If I put it down, I do it and I don't move it forward. And I think that is the difference from doing a to-do list because a to-do list is not saying you got to get this done on this time at this time. It's just not. And so in my mind, it's not set in stone, and I can just move it forward to the next day. Um, so I think I need to practice this and come back and say, guys, this is what I've been doing, and this is how it's working for me. Each person's going to have their own way. So for the next few weeks, that's what I'm going to do. My intent today was to have gotten my order in from Sterling Ink, but it decided to take a vacation in New Jersey. It has been at the post office. It has gone from one post office to another post office in New Jersey, and it has sat there since Tuesday, and today is Friday. It's not moved. It's moved around in the post office, apparently, according to the USPS person I spoke to, but my planners have not moved since Tuesday. I'm sure you can tell I'm a little upset. It has nothing to do with the person that I bought the planners from. It's strictly on the USPS. Anyway, so my thought process was I wanted to sit down and get a list in my notebook that is going to be in my cover with my planner. And I can't do that because I don't have them. So I think what's going to happen is next Sunday's video is going to be showing you how I'm going to keep up with the master list and moving forward with the cleaning. So what I am doing is breaking down my day into areas of, if I was truly time blocking this, I would time block that from this time to this time, all the way across the week. That's going to be dedicated to XYZ. I don't want to get that technical. I am pretty much just assigning a time to a task. It's really what I'm doing, and that's functional enough for me right now. But the next thing that I need to work on is wake up is simple. I need to be up by 8 o'clock on my feet, ready to go. But my next thing is my AM routine. That needs to be defined, because what I have found there is that maybe I have down that I wash my hair on Wednesday. Well, I really don't want to wash my hair today. So I push it to Thursday. So I need to set up the same thing. I don't need to time it, but I need to set up the same kind of list that says on Monday, I get my shower. I do my face, I use all my face products and do all that. Brush my teeth, um, get dressed, put my lotion on, put my sunscreen on, all of those things. And then Tuesday, I get my shower, I wash my hair, brush my teeth, I put my face stuff on, I put my lotion on, put my sunscreen on, do my hair. Whether I'm drying it or just letting it dry on its own. So then Wednesday, that kind of thing is what I want to break down. And then once, I don't want to add all of this at one time. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is because then it becomes overwhelming. So I want to, in theory, do my cleaning schedule Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, tidy ups all the other days. And while I'm trialing that, I'm going to start thinking about my AM routine, and I'm going to get that written out. And then when I have implemented that and I'm doing my AM routine and I'm doing my cleaning routine, then I'm going to go in and look at my PM routine. And so my PM routine right now is to take my meds, do my face stuff at night, which, guys, it's that night when that gets me. I do really good first thing in the morning, but at night, I really just don't want to go in and wash my face and do all that. I don't know why. Anyway, so I need to set in stone what my PM routine is, which should be my last walkthrough of the apartment to make sure everything's set for the next day. There we go. That's a lot to say, that instead of just saying AM routine and me deciding today what that's going to be, I need to have a list. I need to have something that tells me what that is. Now, I have two different notebooks coming in. One is her booklet, which is 64 pages of the Toma River paper, and one is just her notebook that is 252 pages. And so my first thought was I would use my 64 page booklet and put these routines in. But I'm kind of thinking now that I should put that in I'm wishy-washy. So as I'm talking to you right now, I still think maybe I should just put that in the 64 page, because it's not going to change a lot. So maybe that's where it should go. And then in my bigger notebook, that's where I'm going to keep my collections. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, well, how many collections are you going to have, Wendy, that you need a whole notebook? So I might invest in some more booklets and just have a booklet for list and a booklet for collections. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I do know I want to title these booklets, and that's where I need your help. Is I know her commonplace book is called Commonplace Book, and that's basically what I'm doing, but putting it in separate notebooks. But I don't really want to call it a commonplace book. So I was kind of thinking naming it a functional list, or maybe a reference guide, or routines. I don't know. Tell me what you think would be the better title for that book. And then I'm going to have a notebook that is collections. And collections is going to be like my travel bucket list, my inks and fountain pens, my quotes, probably washi tape, anything that I want to keep a list of so that I know what I have. Um, but I was thinking in that collections could also go other things. So that is my dilemma there. But I think next week we are going to sit down and do a list to go by for my AM routine and get that down. And that AM routine is going to include fix my coffee, take my medicines, make my bed, whatever I need to do in the bathroom, get dressed. All of that needs to be incorporated in my morning routine. So that's going to be sitting down. I will probably do like I did for my cleaning, and I will probably go ahead before I even come on here and I will sit down and make a list because it gives me a few days this week to kind of go through my routine and see what I need to do, what I'm not doing, what I need to start doing, those kind of things, and get those listed. Another thing that I need to do, and I feel like it has helped, is that I bought a pill case where I can set up my meds for a week. I don't take a lot of meds, but I do take quite a bit of vitamins. And so I've got a AM and a PM side. So my problem has been in the past is I'll think, did you take your medicine this morning? Constantly. Did you take your medicine this morning? So by setting this pill box up, I can just look and see, yeah, I did take them. I have not missed a day this week. I've been doing this for almost 2 weeks. I've not missed any meds at all, which is a miracle. Um, so this is another reason why I wanted to get back to functional planning is that I want to be able to have free time, and this will allow me to account for that. And it also lets me have free time in the morning, free time in the afternoon, and I plan my stuff, middle of the day to get my cleaning done. But when you're looking at this schedule, and this is 8 o'clock and this is 10 o'clock, there's a lot of time in here that I can do something that I wasn't seeing before that I had because I would procrastinate. So I know this is a lot of information and some of it will apply to you, some may not apply to you. But I feel like for me, this is the first step in getting me back to functional with a twist. It's getting my decorations done. Definitely making sure that my plan for the week is made before I get to the week. I think that helps. At the very latest, I need to have Monday to sit down and do it. This week, I waited till Tuesday. So, um, I find this helpful for me. I hope it is helpful for you guys. Leave me comments, questions down below, and Guys, until next time, bye bye.